What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar tutorial for Weekend by Mac Miller and Miguel. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button and let me know in the comments below what other songs by Miguel or Mac Miller that you want to learn on guitar. Guys, two quick things before we dive into this lesson. I'm going to do my best not to ramble because this is not a talking video and I tend to get kind of rambly. Number one, I'm sorry I have not posted in about a week. I usually post videos almost every day or at least every other day, but I've actually been really sick since the last time I posted. So that last long talking video I posted, right after that, the day after that, I got some kind of really bad cold type of thing. So I actually lost my voice, and this is the best that I've been able to talk since then. You can probably still hear my voice is still a little bit raspy, still a little bit crackly, but that's why I haven't posted in about a week. It wasn't anything dramatic. I just got sick and I couldn't talk. So that's why. Number two thing I want to touch on really quick is Mac Miller's passing. Whenever XXXTentacion passed and I started to do a lot of guitar lessons on his music, I actually got a little bit of backlash on that for people saying that I was exploiting his death for views. And man, it made me so sad to think that you guys thought that of me and thought that that was the kind of person that I was. And I never really made it clear that I wasn't that kind of person, and I apologize for that. But I want to make sure you guys know that that's not going to be the situation with Mac Miller moving forward, or X at all. I know that that's kind of YouTube culture, unfortunately, where people will just about exploit, or at least that's the way people see YouTubers, as anybody will exploit anything to get views and traffic and subscribers. And I understand that that's kind of the culture these days, and I want to make sure that you guys know that that's not me. And I would never do that sort of thing. I respect the artists so much, and I respect you guys so much that would never be my intention with anything. Mac Miller, for example, we're doing this song today, Weekend. This is a great song. I've loved this song for a long time, and there's a couple reasons I'm doing this song. One of them is because this song, right now, I've actually gotten a ton of requests for because it's kind of in the forefront of people's minds. You know, with the passing of Mac Miller, his music has kind of come back into the spotlight, especially some of his older stuff, and so a lot of people are wanting to learn this. And so if anything, it's me trying to show respect for Mac Miller after his passing and show respect to his music. And this is my way of doing that, is being able to teach you guys firsthand how to play his songs on guitar. And I've honestly been playing this song and some of his other stuff on guitar the last couple of days as well. So I just want to share that with you guys. And also the other reason I'm doing this song today is because I'm going to see Miguel in concert tomorrow. So I thought it was just a really good combination of two things put together, two artists, awesome artists put together that I could share with you guys. Just a little bit more on Mac Miller. Man, I love Mac Miller. I've never been a huge diehard fan. I don't know all of his music, but the music that I do know of his, I love. Particularly the song Best Day Ever. And that was kind of one of his first really big ones that just a lot of people know from him. And for me, that song is more than just a song that I love. For me, that song has gotten me through a lot of hard times, actually. There's a lot of times where, including very recently, where I've gone through a really hard time and just days where I just can't pull myself out of the rut. And I put that song on, it just instantly makes me feel better. And not a lot of artists have the capability to pull emotion out like that. And that's not me saying anything bad about other artists, but Mac Miller just had such a special talent for that in his songwriting. And Best Day Ever, man, I can't speak highly enough of that song. I'll actually link it below just so you guys can check it out, because it's just one of those songs that I can't, if I'm in a rut, that one is the one, or one of maybe 4 or 5 songs total that just will pull me out of that and just lift my spirits. And so I'm deeply saddened to hear about Mac Miller's passing. And I don't know all the details of it, but just if you're in a situation like Max where, from what I understand, he overdosed. If you're in a situation like that where you're in that situation where you're having problems with thoughts of suicide, or you're having problems with, drug addiction or things like that, please get help. I know everybody kind of says that, and sometimes there's not a whole lot of weight and reality to it, but just there's so many people out there and so many things that are there to help you. And there's times where I know it's hard and you maybe feel alone in situations, but you're not. You're 100% not. And if you're going through something like that, you can feel free to reach out to me. You guys have all my social links. You have my email. You can hit me up on here, anything like that. And I'm not qualified to help people with that necessarily, but if you need somebody to talk to, I'm open. You guys have all my social stuff. You can always hit me up with that kind of stuff. and I'll do my best. But there's also all kinds of programs, and there's people who know how to work through that kind of stuff that you can talk to. And the biggest, most important thing is just know you're not alone if you're in that situation, and know that artists like Mac Miller, even somebody in a position like his, where he's, you know, wealthy, famous, all that stuff, you know, the people that a lot of people idolize still go through things like that, and it's part of life, unfortunately. But just all that said, I know I'm getting a little bit rambly with this, but I have nothing but respect for Mac Miller, and I'm very saddened to hear about his passing. And like I said, I want to make sure you guys know that this video and no further videos on any artists who pass are not me trying to exploit you guys for views or anything like that. So with all that said, guys, let's finally dive in. Guys, the first thing that you want to know to play Weekend is that we are not going to need a capo to play this song. But one quick little note on this, on the tuning of this song. So I have this guitar in standard tuning, as with most of my lessons, but this song to me sounds like the guitar that's played in it, or actually the piano, is slightly out of tune. And I know that sounds weird, but we see this a couple times on other songs like Revenge by XXXTentacion. It's just very slightly out of tune, and that's what it sounds like to me. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty positive that that's what it is. So I'm going to keep this in standard, but if you guys want to play around with that, to me it sounds like maybe all of the strings are dropped down maybe like a quarter of a step. So tuned down and loosened just a little bit, just to give it that little bit off sound. Not 100% sure about that, but that's what it sounds like to me. From there, guys, we just have one simple pattern that's going to repeat through this entire song. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. It just repeats over and over through the entire song, and it's kind of meant to match up with that little piano thing that goes throughout the whole background. So what we have here is a couple of shapes. Our first one is going to be right here. It's going to look kind of like an A minor chord, but we're going to play it on 4th fret. So we're going to have a 4th fret on the B string, a 5th fret on the G string, and a 5th fret on the D string. And what we're going to do there is you can either do two things. You can pick those all with a finger each, so just like that. So each string gets a finger, doesn't really matter which finger, or you can just strum those 3 strings with a pick. Just like that. Entirely up to you. I'm going to finger pick them because I like how it sounds a little bit better, but that's what I'm doing. So that's our first shape right there. Then we're going to move up here, and we're going to have a 8th fret on the D, G, and B strings. So still on the D, G, and B strings, and we're just gonna have an 8th fret on all of those. You can either bar that, or you can make kind of like a regular A shape right there with those 3 fingers. It's up to you. I'm gonna bar it. We're gonna do that. We're gonna pick it twice. I'm sorry if I didn't say that, but we're gonna pick that first one twice. Then we're gonna go up here to this 8th fret one, and we're gonna pick that twice. And then we're gonna go up, and we're gonna have that same A minor shape, but we're gonna do it on 11th fret. So it's gonna be 11th fret on the B, 12th fret on the G, and 12th fret on the D. And then we're going to do that one 4 times. So we're going to go. And guys, that is it. That's our whole entire progression, and that is just going to repeat throughout the entire song. Really, really simple, really beginner friendly. And like I said, the only thing that's a little bit funky about this is, to me, the song, it sounds like it's a little bit out of tune. The piano or guitar or whatever they're playing that on just sounds just very slightly off pitch from standard. So you can play around with that if you want to. If you're trying to match up with the song exactly and play along with the song, it's going to sound this will sound just a tiny, tiny bit off. It'll match up pretty well, but it'll sound just very, very slightly off. But if you are just kind of doing a cover of this, you can absolutely just play this version by yourself, and it'll sound just fine. So guys, a couple times all the way through that pattern will look about like this. And guys, that is everything that you need to know to play Weekend on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helped you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 560 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel, and I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there cannot be a more perfect channel for you to check out. If you want to see a short daily preview of what song I'm teaching before I actually teach it, you can hit up my Instagram at @thegroovyguitardude. Link for that will be in the description below. Guys, like I said, I had a huge little kind of talking spiel about Mac Miller at the very beginning of this song, so I'm not going to say a whole lot at the end here just to kind of keep the video a little shorter, but just nothing but respect for Mac Miller. Deeply saddened by his passing. I love his music, and now that kind of a lot of people are listening to his music more, I'm diving more into his music. So if you have any requests for any Mac Miller songs, let me know, because I'm going to be checking them out, and there's odds are I've probably already heard it and listened to it in the last week or two. Nothing but respect for the dude, and like I said, songs like Best Day Ever from him have pulled me out of some hard times. So it's really, he was just an awesome dude, a very incredibly talented and awesome songwriter and lyricist, and nothing but respect for him. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you have a lot of fun jamming on this song, and I'll see y'all soon.